Hi guys, this is Clara once again and welcome to my YouTube channel, The Clara Chips Show, a show where I share about my life experience, the things that I'm learning in my own life, and also the things that I learned from other people's experience in life. So yes, today I'm very privileged also to have my daughter Moose, who is
Hi.
joining us. Yeah, it's not the first time for you Moose to be here, so you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so what are we going to talk about today, Moose?
Health and fitness, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, so Moose and I wanted to share with you on health and fitness. And this is for the reason also being that, we started working out and we're doing strength training. And we just want to share with you our experience and what we have learned when it comes to strength training. So I don't know what we're going to start with, Moose. What do you think?
Maybe what we've learned.
Yeah, like
Yes.
what?
If you're trying to build muscle, you need to eat a lot. Actually, in general, you need to eat a lot to fuel your body. And not like unhealthy eating. I don't mean you should go out and start eating junk food. I just mean good balanced meals, at least maybe 4 or 5 times a day.
Yeah, for me, it was quite a surprise. I think I've talked this in another video because I used to think that when it comes to losing weight, you don't need to eat. I used to eat 1 meal a day, intermittent fasting. I'm not saying it's bad, but that's what I believed in. But one thing I missed most was, when I'm not eating enough, especially protein, which is so much, important, I lose muscle. And I want to gain some muscle. That's why I started doing strength training. But it was quite a surprise to me just to learn that protein is the most important thing we need to put in our bodies.
Yeah, I think the problem also is that people think that in order for them to lose weight, they have to stop eating. But your body needs so many nutrients so it can, work properly. So it's important to, like I said, get balanced meals throughout the day.
So, Moose, I just want to ask you, for me, I want to work on my stomach and I also want to work on my bones. I want them to be a bit bigger, just to be well shaped, I'm saying. That's why I'm doing strength training because I understand through what I'm learning that it really helps. What about you? What are you working on?
Okay, so for me, it's just like a full body transformation. I feel like I want to see what my body would look like with more muscle. Also, I've been inspired by a few YouTubers as well. So yeah, I just want to get fit as well to have that body,
I think
nicely toned body.
It's very important. Plus, you're young when you look, in shape. It's great. And the other thing that I've learned, like this morning I was listening to this doctor, I've forgotten his name, but what he was saying was like we don't really have to like work so much, when you're working out, you're stressing yourself, you just have to relax. You can just do it maybe 1 hour, So I've learned that I need to just take my time because I understand that when you're doing strength training, it's like a skill. And when you're learning a skill, for example, if you're learning how to play the piano, it takes years. So you have to start bit by bit, But looking in the past, I wanted like to, do it so fast. It's like when you see something is not working, you say, it doesn't work. But I'm learning that it's a skill and you have to do it one step at a time.
Yeah, that's true. Another thing I learned was, what was it?
You're talking about the posture last time?
Oh yeah, posture. It helps with working out, helps with your posture. Also, I think like you said, there needs to be consistency, but don't overwork yourself. Just keep it consistent. That's what we've also been learning. Don't have to spend 5 hours in the gym, struggling and whatnot. Yeah, just be consistent with your workouts.
And are you seeing any changes?
So I haven't been as consistent as I want because I've been coming and going and stuff. But body, like looking at my body, not really. But I think I'm just stronger than when I first started. Because obviously, if you're starting this for the first time, the first day is going to be very bad because the second day after you work out, your muscles will be aching. And for me, it was like after a while, your muscles kind of get used to, I don't know if I can say the pain, but yeah.
I haven't seen a lot of change as well, but I think my muscles, if you can see here, I think something is happening. Something is happening, but with the stomach, I mean, I need to be
I think just
gentle,
and
consistent as
it's
well.
only been what, a month?
Just a month and some weeks. So I think I'm going to give my time.
Give yourself time. At least 6 months to see the change.
Yeah, but otherwise, the other thing also maybe we can just touch on before we wind up is what I learned about strength training. Also, it helps when you've got high blood pressure, diabetes, and all the other, illnesses you can think of. But I didn't know. Because it's like when you have more muscle, and I understand muscle besides the skin is also the most, largest organ in our body. So we need to take care of it. And you find that you won't be having any, illnesses because you are doing strength training. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, so I'm surprised about that as well.
Yeah, I learned that and I was like, wow, there are so many things we don't know. So, what I would just encourage you guys is that whenever you're starting something, remember always to consult your doctor. And the other thing also, you need to learn about what you're doing.
Do your research.
Yeah, you have to know your body because many times we don't know our bodies. Am I the right person to do this? First consult somebody and then you see if you can do it.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing, we were talking about learning stuff. So initially, I thought that in order for someone to build muscle, they need to take protein drinks, these shakes, these powdered.
I do that.
Yeah, no, I thought maybe that you couldn't build without it, but you can as long as you're taking the right food, because ultimately food is like your best friend. Like natural food is your best, not this synthetic stuff. But yeah, I didn't know about that until I did my research, and I was like, okay. Because I was afraid I would have to take protein drinks all the time. So
and me, I was also thinking that if I take a lot of protein, I'm going to gain a lot of weight. But when you are doing strength training, you guys, I came to understand that you gain muscle and not the fat. So you might,
if you're not working out, if you're just eating the food on its own,
because you have to break it. You have to break it. Yeah, but one good thing is that when you are eating protein also, you're just replacing the muscle part and the fat, is reducing and it's finishing. And that's one thing that is very brilliant about it, because you might look a bit muscular, not so much, but your muscles are there. The fat is gone. That's very great. It's good news.
Yeah.
Any final?
Not really. Maybe what are your goals for maybe let's say the next 3 months in terms of fitness?
Well, I've given myself 6 months. Yeah, so my goal really.
Then 1 month already.
Oh yeah, 5 months. So my goal really is to look good, to have that 6-pack. I want to be the mother with 6-pack. I know they say that having kids, it's difficult to have a 6-pack, but I believe that anything is possible. When you put your mind to something, it is possible. It might take years, 4 years, 5 years, but one day, just one day, I see myself 10 years younger. Yeah, so Moose, it has been great. Yeah, by the way, Moose is not around anymore. She's at college, so she just came visiting. She's been here for a week, and I've enjoyed being with her, going to the gym with her. I mean, we are a good team, right?
Yeah.
So that's it, you guys, for today. I'm so grateful that you've heard what we've said. I mean, it's up to you to take it or leave it. You see something you don't, understand or you don't believe. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. So if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, The Clara Chips Show, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. And you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Clara Chibesa. So for now, it's bye-bye.